How the fuck did he win? How did he win at all? I'll tell you how. Y'all did not want a black woman to be the president of the United States. You didn't.
You hate black women. You can't say you don't now. You actively voted against black women.
Knowing that I woke up, bitch, it's not about a fucking black. Fuck that shit right now. Knowing that I went to bed,
Black women, you don't owe this country shit.
I'm tired. I'm disgusted with this country. I'm disgusted with the people in this country, and I'm disgusted with myself because I had so much faith in humanity.
If you voted for Trump and you are a woman and you voted against your own best interest and the interests of the women in your family, your friend group, and everything else, we don't want to hear nothing for the next 4 years. Stand on the business that you sold on tonight when you voted to stay back in office, okay? We don't hear you complain about Truth Social, Twitter, nothing.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we dive into a heated conversation that is actually going viral online. This concerns black women actually who have been vocal in their frustrations actually against American men, particularly black men, especially because they did not vote for Kamala Harris into the first woman president in the United States of America. Welcome back. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing, like the video, share, drop a comment, and let's jump into the videos, guys. I'm gonna come back and give you my commentary.
To you black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all, the police will now have carte blanche to murder you right where you stand. And when they do that, there's not going to be no GoFundMes. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit. Just die. They can't afford to bury you. Dig a hole in their backyard. It is what it is.
Wow.
But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done with. We're done. We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of next week and you can't do anything about it because no fault divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump each and every time you get hit. Take it. Don't look for nobody else. Don't ask for help. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because the only thing he did was to make America great for the people that it was great for from the beginning, white men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default, not being allowed to fail up. So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and you can't get no help, women who voted for him, don't take it. You just gotta die. If you got kids, they just gonna be motherless. It is what it is. You didn't give a so we don't give a that's how it is. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what the it is, but it's not going to be America. And if you think that Trump is going to be in that office for 4 years, you're insane. Because we about to be in a real live action episode of scandal. Because your next president is not Donald Trump, it's JD Vance. Because trust and believe, within a year, you're not going to see Trump anymore. He's either going to be, and they're going to say it's illness or he died in his sleep, it's natural causes because he's old enough, or they just going to let him spaz out and do the 25th. And that's when we're really going to be in the handmaid's tale. So I really hope all of you who voted for him, you get exactly what the you deserve.
Hey, kudos to the reporter that outed the black men who went and voted for Trump. What the is wrong with y'all? What the is wrong with y'all? Y'all are so money hungry for someone who's not going to give y'all any money. It was in the woodworks for Kamala to help you out. And you said, he gave me $1,200 one time. I'll vote for him again.
You don't owe this country one fucking thing. Not one fucking thing else. It's time for us to bunker down. Worry about yourself. Worry about your children. Protect yourself and your home as much as possible. Save yourself. We have talked and we have talked. We have worked. We have done. And every single bit that we do, this country just sucks it up and demands more. And there's going to be a lot of demands placed on Black women in this country over the next 4 years. You do what you want to, sis, and nothing else. Because you don't owe this country shit. Black women, you don't owe this country shit.
You hate Black women. You can't say you don't now. You actively voted against Black women. What the f? You were broke yesterday, you were broke today, and if that man wins, you're going to be broke for the next years. Real broke.
Knowing that I went to bed, that fucking man was ahead a little bit, but waking up to this man, literally, you're 4 points a fucking way, not only shows me how racist, which, hello, wake up, you Black, you're aware of that. It not only shows me how racist this country is, misogynistic, y'all. We're at the point where I'm convinced y'all do not want to get ahead. Y'all had y'all glory fucking days in the back. Y'all hate to see a Black, a Latino, anybody that's in LGBTQ plus, a woman being happy doing shit on her fucking own.
And to everyone who used their massive fucking platform to encourage people not to vote for Kamala Harris, and to everyone who listened to these people who use their massive fucking platforms to encourage people not to vote for Kamala Harris when things get worse inside and outside of the US, do not look to Black women for fucking help. Go ask the fucking white man.
Now, every time I talk about things like this, TikTok really wants to suppress it, but I'm going to say this loud, I'm going to say it clear. Again, you dumb, broke ass people, I'm going to say it again, you dumb, broke ass people have allowed the rich to cause division among us, which has led you to vote against your own effing interests. Do you really think you're poor? You're broke? Can't afford housing? Can't afford food? Can't afford the clothes on your back because of an immigrant who is also very much poor, even poorer than you coming into this country? You have allowed them to make you fight against your own socioeconomic class while they laugh all the way to the bank. Elon Musk's wealth set to rise by $15 billion because of Trump's victory. That's your problem. That's who you actually have beef with. The wealthy, the top 1%. And baby girl, you will never be one of them. I promise you that. You will never reach the amount of wealth that the top 1% have. You just freaking won't. Like I said before, and I'll say again, they exploited racial prejudice to keep your eyes off the real problem, which is them hoarding all of the wealth. Congrats. Oh, you thought you couldn't afford shit now? Just wait until you see what corporations are about to be able to do.
So I just made a post saying that I'm at peace with the election results and how proud I am of Black women and Black men for being on the right side of history. And I'm 1000% at peace. But immediately white women started flooding that post, expressing sorrow, regret, remorse. Respectfully, I don't care to hear from any of you. Numbers do not lie. So respectfully, I'm asking you to just stop. I don't care how you feel. I don't care for the white tears and never have. And I'm definitely not in the mood for theatrics. Now, if you will, today is a day just like any other day, and I've got shit to do. I got a Black ass job to get to. Black people, today is a day like any other. I love you. Get up and handle your shit. And keep it moving. It's just another day. Just another day.
In Florida, I don't want to hear nothing else from you about a hurricane. About a saving. because all we asked y'all to do was to help us gather up the votes so we can get Miss Kamala up in that house, behind that desk, in that seat. And did you do that? No. But you want to come on here and you want to ask us to help you help you get through these hurricanes and these floods. But guess what? We have had it up to here, Florida. Are you listening? You better ask God to wash away them sins before that next hurricane do. Couldn't even do one thing.
Kamala's loss is actually a huge win for Black women. See, Donald Trump and all his supporters are solely focused on winning, okay? Like a true narcissist, the only thing narcissists care about is beating their competitors, okay? Nothing else matters except for winning. The narcissist never thinks about his or her consequences of their poor decisions. They just need to win at all costs. So over the next 4 years, anyone that voted for Donald Trump is going to suffer severe consequences for making an impulsive decision to vote for a known abuser, rapist, convicted felon. See, narcissists have a habit of throwing each other underneath the bus. Donald is going to throw his own supporters underneath the bus. They're going to fuck around and find out the severe consequences of their voting. Meanwhile, to all my Black women, we have to sift the pick-me women from hanging around us. I don't care what race or ethnicity the pick-me is, be it a Black woman, white woman, Hispanic woman, Asian. If she's a pick-me, she's our fucking enemy. The pick-me's secretly got in that booth and voted for Trump. So they all need to go down with all the abusive men that supported Trump. All we have to do is be quiet, stand still, deny access of our bodies and access of our energy. All we have to do is focus on ourselves, improving our financial status, save money, travel. Keep doing you. And it's also going to force us to reevaluate our relationships with our toxic family members, our friendships, even our business relationships. This is about morals, ethics, and good character. You don't want anyone in your inner circle or within close proximity who supports a rapist and an abuser. And there are many who have smiled in your face, pretended to love you, like you, and even befriend you, and they got in that booth and secretly voted for Trump. The movement to suppress Black women is astronomical. Black women are a threat to this society because we are that powerful. We are so powerful that we have Black women within our community that are willing to help abusive men suppress us and destroy us. Don't look at this loss and be sad. Look at it as a huge win. If Black women would cut off access, the pick-me women will suffer along with the abusive men who supported Trump. Stand still, be in alignment, stand close to God over the next 4 years. Eat your popcorn because we're about to witness a show. Protect yourselves and you're going to be all right. Y'all got to trust God. Trust God through this entire process because they might have won the election, but God's going to punish them severely. The consequences for supporting Trump are going to be huge, massive to anyone that supported him. And we're going to watch God act the damn fool and show them who's really in charge. Y'all be blessed. Stay strong, ladies.
If you voted for Trump and you are a woman and you voted against your own best interest and the interests of the women in your family, your friend group, and everything else, we don't want to hear nothing for the next 4 years. Stand on the business that you sold on tonight when you voted to stay back in office, okay? We don't hear you complain about Truth Social, Twitter, nothing, okay? Sis, you voted for him. Now you stand on the business. We don't want to hear you complain about not one thing that he does. All right, not over here. Do it on Twitter with the rest of the Trumpers and MAGA. But if you are a woman and you did that, this is on you. Oh, by the way, you're a disgrace. I want to make sure you knew that part too.
He won the popular vote. He won the popular vote. How, Sway? How? how the fuck did he win? How did he win at all? I'll tell you how. Y'all did not want a black woman to be the president of the United States. You didn't. You didn't. Your racism, your sexism, it's all alive and well. You're even upset that she was a black mixed woman. How dare she be a black mixed woman? How dare she be non-traditional? How dare she be in a mixed marriage with no children? How dare we all assume that we should evolve? And once again, the popular vote, women are dying off of his previous policies over the Supreme Court justices. And you're saying he won the popular vote? Yeah. Okay. Y'all make activism start to look real different now.
I don't know what the fuck y'all want me to say. I don't know what dream y'all want me to sell you, what reassurance you think that I should be giving you right now, but I can't. I'm a black woman in America, and I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm disgusted with this country. I'm disgusted with the people in this country, and I'm disgusted with myself because I had so much faith in humanity. Thank you, because I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. A country that literally was built on the back of racism, homophobia, misogyny. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I went out and voted for the black man that got lynched 5 hours away from me. I went and voted for the people whose bodies were found behind a police precinct. 300 bodies. I voted for them. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I don't really have too much that I want to say, but I will say this, and I have said this before, but you better hope that you never need anything that you're fighting against. And to add to that, you better hope that the person that you casted your ballot for has your best interest at heart. Because some of y'all voted with the mind frame of the enemy of your enemy becoming your friend. Some of y'all voted out of spite for other demographics of people. I seen the reasonings to why some of y'all wanted to pick a certain candidate, and it had something to do with other people. And it's not to say that these people had any negative impact on you outside of the fact that you just don't like them, but they were your reason for voting for a certain person. And some of y'all are still stuck on a stimulus check that you will never in your life get again. We got that because of the pandemic. COVID is still here, people are still getting sick, and you're still not going to get that stimulus check again. So if one of your reasons was voting for a certain candidate in hopes that you get that stimulus check, I just want to let you know that you are not smart and you're broke. Let it go. When I say what I'm about to say, I'm not being a smart ass. I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. If you ever need what you have fought against, be quiet. Be quiet. You knew what you were doing. You were fighting against it, and you only care now because it has something to do with you. And if you voted for somebody and this person was elected and you know that they have a track record of being a bad person, you know they have a track record of making bad decisions, you know they have a track record of not having a good morale, when they start doing their bullshit, take it up with them. And take it up with the other people that voted for them too. Because everything that's bad about them was put on Front Street and people yelled it at the top of their lungs, and y'all did not care. So no, don't come crying to us. Don't come crying out loud. Cry to the people that decided to put that person in office. Last but not least, do not try to find a way to lean on black women. We are not your crutch. Y'all are big girls and big boys. Figure it out by yourself. That's all I have to say, and that's all I will say.
Guys, we did it. God did it. God did it. And we all did it together as well. I was watching Charlie Kirk's podcast. They called Georgia. And I was like, oh, cool. And then the one I was actually looking at was Pennsylvania. And they called Pennsylvania, guys. They called Pennsylvania, which was a big one, a very big one. You already know that. And then as I was trying to record, they called Wisconsin. I didn't even have time to dress up. Okay, I didn't have time to dress up. Okay, and I'm still tearing up because this election is a big one. Okay, it's a big one, and God answered the prayers. God answered our prayers, and I'm not one to get emotional at things, but this one, Donald Trump is our 47th president. Let's go.
I am having a hard time explaining this feeling, which is surprising, right? I'm a Black woman in America. I'm Congolese and live in America. Of course, I am used to being overqualified and underlooked. I'm used to this feeling of constant disappointment, but this time felt different. Because if a woman like Vice President Kamala Harris, her opponent is a criminal, yet America chooses him, what message does that send to all the other men who are comfortable assaulting women? What message does that send to all the women who have been assaulted? I just feel so defeated. I feel so defeated. I don't even know how to explain this feeling. It's too much. Because there was never a part of me for a second who thought, like there was even, I am so scared. I think that's really the underlying feeling is I'm just scared. I'm scared. I'm disappointed. I'm hurt. I'm sad. I'm just all of it. And worst of all is I really actually did not believe this would happen. I truly did. I went to bed confident. And I still don't believe it. I really don't.
All right, there you have it, folks. As you have seen in this video, Black women are actually frustrated, especially against Black men. And they are calling out men because many men did not want to vote for Kamala because she was a woman. And many Black women have stood up and fought for the best interests of the Black people, particularly Black men. Now they're saying you're on your own, actually. Some of them are even calling for the B4 movement, the type that happens in South Korea, where women don't want to marry, they don't want to have kids, they don't want anything to do with the Black men. And they think that their main reason why the Black men didn't turn out in numbers to vote actually for Kamala Harris, it's because she's a woman. And because of patriarchy, they didn't want a first woman president. But some of the men have come online and actually refuted that. They have said it matters who becomes the first woman president of the United States. And they say, imagine if the first actually Black American president, was P. Diddy. It doesn't make sense. So they say, some of them are saying that Kamala Harris actually wasn't qualified enough. So maybe that was the reason why they did not turn out in numbers actually to vote for her, because she did not convince them in her campaign. She did not give them enough reason for them to vote for her. And they chose to vote red, most of them, and some of them maybe chose to stay at home and not even to bother going to the poll and cast a vote. And what do you think if you are in the United States and you are a woman, Black American woman? What do you think about the Black men who did not turn out to vote for the Blue Party? What do you think about all the men in particular? Because many women are pissed. So thank you very much for watching this far. If you're new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing, like the video, drop a comment. Remember to hit that like button because it helps with the algorithm. Thank you, and as always, see you on the next episode.